Sunil Gavaskar joins us live on the program. Sunil, what can I say? Do you have any words to describe what you just witnessed? Firstly, let's talk about the man of the moment, Mohammad Siraj's spell.
I think it was a fabulous spell of bowling. You know what? The way he mixed it up, the way he changed his angles, the way he focused on the off stump. I mean, it was just amazing bowling. And it just shows the maturity that has come into his bowling as well. And from the other end, of course, there was no respite because you had Jasprit Bumrah attacking the stumps all the time. Hardik Pandya coming in and chipping in with a wicket. I think it was a terrific performance. We had been talking before the game started that if the Indian new ball bowlers can take the early 2-3 wickets and restrict Sri Lanka to under 200, we should be able to, get there very, very quickly. We have restricted them to under 60 or 50 only. Amazing, amazing performance.
Saibhai, can you let our viewers know why was it so tough to play Mohammad Siraj? As in, what is it that he was doing so differently that made it almost impossible to face him today for the Sri Lankan batters?
There were a couple of pretty loose shots. There was a Dhananjaya De Silva who's been in good form playing a loose shot after having hit a boundary of the previous delivery, which would have been a hat-trick ball, and then poking his bat at a delivery outside the off stump. A couple of Asalanka also playing that first ball shot as if he was carrying on from his 49 not out the other day against Pakistan. So yes, I think there were a couple of loose shots, but basically the way he attacked the stumps, the way he changed that length just a little bit. There was a little bit around the off stump where he was asking the batters to drive, maybe bowling it just a little bit short, so that they were looking to not knowing whether to come forward or not. Brilliant bowling, absolutely brilliant bowling.
I saw at one point, Saibhai, they had 4 slips in an ODI match. In an ODI match that is being played in subcontinental conditions in Sri Lanka, no less. Can you remember the last time you saw 4 slips while an ODI match in Sri Lanka was happening?
I didn't get that question.
Saibhai, I was saying there, at one point you could see the Indian team had 4 slips while Mohammad Siraj was bowling. Can you remember last time in subcontinental conditions, especially Sri Lanka, that a bowling team had 4 slips?
I think the connection, there's a cross connection somewhere.
Okay. We'll try and get that connection sorted with Mr. Gavaskar. There's some sort of an issue and my voice is not really reaching him. But just further stressing on that particular point that I was talking about. During a moment in the game, you saw when Mohammad Siraj was on top of his run-up, he was running in full steam, and you had 4 slips standing. 4 slips is a sight that you sometimes seldom see even in test match cricket in subcontinent. Sometimes you do when you're playing with red ball, rarely do you do in white ball cricket around the globe, maybe in South Africa, maybe in England, maybe sometime in Australia. But in a subcontinental game, especially in Sri Lanka where you get slow, sluggish pitches, to have 4 slips for a fast bowler, that is very, very rare. We'll try and get that connection fixed with Mr. Gavaskar. Sunil Gavaskar is back with us. I'll try and see if Sunil bhai can hear me. Sunil bhai, is my audio much better now?
Yeah, a little bit better, yeah. I'll have to lean forward though, because there's still a little cross connection. But tell me, yeah.
I'm Sri Lanka.
Okay.
I'll talk to you.
Okay, Sunil bhai, I was just talking to you about, a sight that we rarely see in ODI cricket. When was the last time you saw 4 slips in an ODI match in a subcontinental game?
Well, honestly, I can't recall when we had something like that. But, it just tells you, the quality of the new ball attack that India has. A lot of times, people talk about, the Pakistan new ball attack. But I think this one, the Indian new ball attack with Bumrah, particularly Bumrah coming back. And Bumrah might not have got the wickets, but look, he kept the pressure on. And so I think India new ball attack, don't forget, you've got somebody like a Mohammad Shami who's not playing in the 11. So it just tells you the reserve that India has as far as pace bowling is concerned. And Mohammad Siraj deserves all the praise. I also love the way everybody in the Indian team was laughing when he, having taken those wickets, he chased the ball to the boundary. And it just shows the energy of the man, the enthusiasm of the man to be totally involved. And he's one of those cricketers who gives every ball everything. So wonderful to see him succeed.
All right, it was a wonderful performance there from the Indian bowling lineup. You got to feel also, Saibhai, for the home crowd that turned up in large number to see a good game. That's not going to happen now, fair to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a bit disappointing, isn't it, for the home crowd? You don't really want to see this kind of a performance from your batting team, and particularly a batting team that held its nerve and won a thriller of the last ball against Pakistan in their previous game. So, yes, I think it would be disappointing, not just for the fans, but for the team itself. The team itself will be very disappointed at what they have performed, and maybe they are hoping for some sort of a miracle now. But with the Indian batting lineup being what it is, I can't see a miracle happening.
All right. What is it that the Indian team, Saibhai, should now look at doing while they come out to bat? Should there be any scope of some sort of an experiment? Maybe push Washington Sundar never got a chance to bowl, but if you want to test Washington Sundar, the batsman, maybe push him up, or do you think no need to do any of that right now? Just go with your fixed batting lineup, be done with this game, and lift the Asia Cup.
No, I don't think there should be any changes. I think it should be an emphatic win, a 50 for no loss, 51 for no loss win. Washington Sundar, with one game, what are you going to say? What are you going to see? He didn't bowl, but in one game, if he goes out to bat and he strikes a 30 not out, it's not really going to tell you anything, because that 30 not out will come without being under any pressure. We all know what he can do. So we've got to now make up our minds whether we need somebody like him in the squad for the World Cup, or stick to the World Cup squad that has been chosen already.
All right, Saibhai, we'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for joining us and giving us those thoughts about especially Mohammad Siraj's bowling. He's been outstanding on the day. As I said, second best figures for an Indian bowler in the history of ODI cricket. Was 1 wicket short of becoming the first Indian bowler to get 7 wickets in an ODI match. But of course, before he could even attempt doing that, the Sri Lankan team were all out. For the moment, I'm afraid that's all the time that we have on this particular broadcast. We'll take a short break on India Today. But before I leave you with the break, here's a reminder. Don't forget to tune in to India Today right after the Indian innings is over. Hopefully, India would have chased that target down pretty early, and we'll be live with Sunil Gavaskar analysing that entire match. So see you then. For the moment, Nikhil Nas signing off from Colombo. News updates continue after this break.